The Mexican Navy needed a scapegoat, and the only candidate on their list was this man, Juan Francisco Patron Sanchez, aka LH2. They knew where he was hiding, in a wealthy neighborhood in Nayarit, Mexico, and they had chosen to capture him in a swift midnight operation. But when he fought back, the Navy responded with a force so deadly it shocked the world. A chopper raining down bullets in a residential area? Who was LH2 really? And what exactly did he do to deserve this ruthlessly violent mode of execution? The rise and fall of the Beltran Leyva cartel. LH2's death was a message from Mexico to the US. At the time of his death, he was the boss of the Nayarit division of the Beltran Leyva cartel. But that cartel was a shadow of its former self. All of its founding members were either dead or in prison. To anyone watching, he wasn't nearly as powerful, influential, or brutal as any of his contemporaries. But that's to the casual observer. In reality, LH2 was probably one of the most powerful drug lords operating from Mexico, and his existence was so problematic that it bothered the US. So, the Mexican government decided to take him out themselves. But this raises more questions, because if you're like me, you're probably wondering what kind of power LH2 would have had, and why did it cause a rift between Mexico and the United States? To answer these questions, we need context. First, we need to understand how the Beltran Leyva cartel came to be, how it functioned, and how its mode of operation became the decision factor in LH2's violent demise. Sinaloa in the 1960s. It's the 1960s. El Chapo is a nobody in the drug trade, but luckily for him, he has the loyalty of 4 brothers. These are the Beltran Leyva brothers, founding members of the eponymous cartel: Arturo, Carlos, Alfredo, and Hector. By the early 2000s, they had built a formidable empire and were expanding into the embattled Gulf cartel territory. A few more years down the line, they had started claiming territories north of the country, and to cement their presence, they formed a strong alliance with El Chapo's Sinaloa cartel.